everyone. Thanks for joining me. I'm Mary, your exercise instructor for today's class of Stretch and Breathe. Let's first remember that we want to make sure we have lots of space around our chair to move safely and nothing in our way. Try to use a sturdy chair like mine with armrests, have comfortable clothing on, some safe footwear, and have your water bottle nearby. Remember, it's always okay to take a break during this class. There's no problem there. Listen to your body, and if you feel a sharp pain with one of the movements, remember, don't do that one. Take a break if you feel sharp pain. And always, if you have some abnormal feelings of chest pain, trouble breathing, an irregular heartbeat, feeling sick, feeling lightheaded, dizzy, that means stop the exercise routine altogether, okay? So let's listen to our bodies and let's have some fun this morning getting everything warmed up before we do some nice stretches. So start with some breathing techniques. Diaphragmatic breathing, or belly breaths as I like to call them. So let's sit tall at the front of our chair. Make sure you're away from your backrest, okay? Feet flat on the ground. Shoulders pressed back, relax them down. Now let's start by placing our hand on our belly. When we breathe in, we're going to be expanding the belly, and when we breathe out, we're going to be contracting the belly. Now try to use just your nose to breathe in and out of. I want you to really concentrate on pushing that belly out as you breathe in and pulling it back in as you breathe out. Let's try 5 deep breaths. And feel free to close your eyes if that helps you when you're breathing. Let's start now. Lovely. That one's really nice, isn't it? It really gets that oxygen deep down into your lungs, and it really is a great way to help relax yourself and ease up any tension or stress you're feeling. So anytime you just need to calm down, try that deep breathing technique. Now another one that's great to use is our pursed lip breathing. This one, you breathe in through your nose. Let's try to breathe in for about 4 seconds. In through the nose, and then as we breathe out through the mouth, let's try exhaling for 8 seconds and making a small circle with your lips like this, as if you're blowing out a candle. So let's breathe in through the nose for 4 seconds and breathe out through the mouth with pursed lips for 8 seconds. Let's take 5 deep breaths in that manner. Sitting tall with me, let's start. Sorry, this is the second breath now. And breathing out. Another great way to relax. See, when we make that exhalation longer than the inhale, it really gives you a chance to control your breathing. Remember all the great benefits for deep breathing, from lowering the heart rate, lowering the blood pressure, decreasing the muscle tension and pain, and decreasing stress and any anxiety you're feeling. Also, it's going to help improve your focus of your mind and improve your sleep. So lots of good reasons to practice these techniques. Now let's start warming our body up one step at a time. I'm going to turn on the music. And let's begin with our neck. Starting by pushing your head forward and backward. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I mean here. Like a turtle, you want to keep your head looking forward or parallel with the ground with your chin as you push and pull back in. Push and pull. 2 more. Notice how I'm not moving my shoulders, just my head and neck. Good. Now, let's look down and upwards 5 times. Continue to breathe. Last one. Good. Now we're going to turn to the right and back to the center 5 times with our head. Right and back 3 more times. Now to the left and back 5 times. Continue to breathe as you start to warm everything up. Now let's bend our head to the right and straighten it back up. 5 times to the right, and then we'll go 5 times to the left. Now to the left, and upright. Remember to relax the shoulders. Good. Now let's move on to the shoulders lifting. Relax your arms, breathing in and out. Good. Now let's make some arm circles, starting with small ones. So let's bring our arms out to the sides and let's do some backwards arm circles, small ones. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go forwards now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax, breathe in, bring your arms up. And breathing out, bring them down. Now let's make some big arm circles, 1 arm at a time. Let's reach back with the right. Let's reach back with the left. Then right again. Left again. 3 more times. Each arm. Keep breathing in and out. In and out. Last 2. And last pair. Now let's do our forward arm circles 1 at a time. Right and left. Right and left. 3. Keep breathing. 4. And last one. 5. Very good. Now let's do some more with the shoulders. Let's reach up 1 arm at a time, as high as you can. Stretch up all the way from your side. 1, and the opposite arm. Reach. 2. Reach. You're doing great. Keep breathing as you reach. 4. And last one. Excellent. Now let's reach to the right and the left. Reach to the right. Reach to the left. Right and left. 3, 4, reach, and 5. side. Now let's reach across our body. Have wide legs so you're sturdy when you're sitting. Right arm, reach. Left arm, reach. So we're turning our upper body and reaching across. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Now reach towards the ground on each side. Let your arms relax and reach towards the ground on the right side. Reach towards the ground on the left side. Just as far as you're comfortable. You don't have to touch the ground. And 2 more times each side. Reach and reach. Good work. We got some trunk movement in there as well with those shoulders. Now let's use our elbows. Bend and straighten. Now push your arms behind you. Bend and straighten. Breathing in and out. Last one. Good. Now let's use our arms to have the palms facing up and down. Palms up, down. Turning from the shoulders, your arms inwards and outwards. Now bring your arms out to the front and flip your hands downward and upward at the wrist. One more. Now keeping your fingers pointing upward, let's wave the hands back and forth. And flip your hands downward, wave the hands back and forth. Good. Make fist and open. 2 more. Good. Wiggle those fingers out. All right, now let's use a little bit more with our trunk. Wide legs, arms across your chest, and let's do our trunk circle. So we lean forward from the hips, keeping your back straight. Lean to the right, lean to the back, to the left, and to the front again. Take it nice and slow and feel your body weight shifting from the front of the pelvis to the side, to the back, to the side, to the front. 2 more this way. As we breathe in and out. And that's 5. Let's go the other way now. Front to the left, to the back, to the right. Try to keep that back straight and lengthened in the spine. And just 2 left here. Very good. Now let's do some arching and some rounding of our back. So from the side, so you can see me better, we're going to arch the back by pressing our shoulders back and our hips back. Chin up slightly, breathing in. Then breathing out, we're going to round our back and our neck, pulling the belly button inward. So gently and slowly arching, breathing in, and rounding, breathing out. More. Five. Feel that motion of your back. Very good. And now let's do some more with the back. So let's have our feet together. We're at the front of the chair. And we're going to place our hands on our knees. Let's breathe in, sitting tall. Breathing out, let's slide the hands down to the feet, rounding, folding rather, as we come down without rounding the back. And as you breathe in, Come up halfway, keeping the back straight. And as you breathe out, come back down. Now let's bring up our right arm, keeping it straight, looking as the hand reaches towards the ceiling, and breathing out as we bring it back down. Now your left arm, watch your hand as you bring your arm up towards the ceiling, breathing in and breathing out as you come down. Let's sit up tall again, slowly, and let's do that one more time. So let's breathe in, sitting tall. Breathing out, let's fold from the hips, keeping your back lengthened. And breathing in, right arm comes up. Breathing out, right arm goes down. Breathing in, left arm comes up. And breathing out, left arm goes down. Breathing in, slowly coming up. Very good. Now let's do some with the legs. Let's lift up our right knee up and down 5 times. Right knee up, up, up. 4, 5. Now left knee up 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Now knees to the side. Keep that foot underneath your knee as you go out and in. 5 times for the right leg, then 5 times for the left leg. 4 and 5. Left knee now, out and in. 2, 3. Keep breathing. 4 and 5. Good. Now let's move on to straightening and bending the legs. So slide your hips to the back of your chair. And we're going to kick one foot out at a time, toe points up and bend. 3, 4, 5. Good. While we're at the back of our chair, let's lift both feet up, toes point up, and do a little flutter with the legs. Good. Relax your legs and lift the heels up now. Up and down. Up and down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's slide those toes forward a bit and lift the toes 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now lift both feet and let's make our ankle circles. 10 times one way and 10 times the other way. Keep breathing. And opposite direction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Relax your legs. Let's not forget about those feet. Let's curl and straighten our toes 10 times to keep the arch in your foot strong. Curl, straighten, curl, straighten. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's lift the feet and point your toes towards you and away, towards you and away. Now let's switch. Let's make it alternating. Very nice. Let's come to the front of the chair again, and let's use our hips a little bit more. So let's take our right toe, baby toe on the ground, big toe on the ground. Turning your leg outward from your hip and inward from your hip. 3 more. As you breathe. 2, and last 1. Now let's use the left leg. Baby toe on the ground, big toe on the ground. Feeling that inward and outward motion from your hip. 2 more. Little and big toe. Good. Now let's lift up our right knee and let's bicycle that leg forward. Breathing. And let's go backwards 5 times as you breathe. Good. Left leg. Lift the knee and bicycle forward 5 times. And backwards 5 times. Excellent. Now let's take our right leg and let's make some circles going to the sides with our foot. And the opposite way. Lovely. Left leg. Some inward circles with that foot. And outward circles with the foot. Good job. Let's do a shoulder pendulum exercise. So you're sitting at the front of your chair. You can help support yourself with your left arm. I want you to lean forward, and I want you to let that right arm go loose and swing it around in a circle. Breathing. Now let's swing it around the opposite way. So let it go completely loose and swing it the opposite way. So try to release any tension and swing it around slowly like a pendulum. Good, now let's do the opposite arm. So support yourself with your right arm and leaning forward, take your left arm now, let it go completely loose from your shoulder joint and swing it around in a circle. Breathe. And let's go the other way, just letting the weight of that limb and letting gravity pull it downward. Excellent. All right, let's do some deep breaths now. We've warmed everything up, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. 2 more of those. Deep breaths in and out. Again. Good work, everyone. If you need to have a drink of water, go right ahead. And then we'll start with our stretching. All right, starting from our head to our toes. Let's get stretching. Make sure you're sitting at the front of your chair and you have your feet flat on the ground, shoulders pressed back, relax them down. Starting with your neck. Push your chin backwards. Keep it parallel to the ground, creating that double chin, looking straight ahead. For each stretch, let's take 3 deep breaths. Feeling the stretch up the back of your neck. Good. Now let's bring the chin down to the chest. And pushing your shoulder blades back gently. Breathing, feeling that stretch a little further down the back of your neck. Now let's lean our head to the right shoulder. Relax your shoulder now. Don't lift the shoulders. And bring that ear towards the shoulder. Breathe deep breaths. Flipping over now to the opposite side, your left ear down towards your left shoulder, feeling that nice stretch on the opposite side of your neck. Breathe into the stretch. Lovely. Now turn your head to the right as far as you can, sitting tall with those shoulders pressed back. And hold this for 3 deep breaths. Over to the left now with your head. Breathe. Good job. Moving down to the shoulders, let's take the right hand, place it on your left shoulder. Go underneath, grab your upper arm, bring it towards your chest and to the left, stretching behind the shoulder. Breathe. And the left arm now on the right shoulder, bringing it towards you and to the right. Let's open up the arms, breathing in as wide as you can. And breathing out, let's hug ourselves. So wrapping your arms around your upper body. And we'll slowly turn to the right and turn to the left. Breathing. Opening up the upper back, creating some more mobility in your spine. And let's now bring our head to the opposite direction as your elbows are moving. And one more time, side to side, looking in the opposite direction of the movement of your elbows. Now open the arms, breathing in and breathing out the opposite arm on top now. Hugging yourself and slowly turning side to side as you breathe. And now let's turn our chin away from whatever direction you're moving those elbows in. Good. Let's bring our arms back, chin up slightly, and flutter the arms backwards, breathing. Now bring your thumbs pointing up and bring your arms all the way behind you. If you can interlock your fingers, go ahead, do that, and turn them inside out. Or you can grab onto the bottom part of your backrest with your thumbs pointing up. Chin up slightly, squeeze the shoulder blades together. So from the side, you can either have your thumbs up and grab on to the bottom back part of your chair, or you can have your fingers interlocked and And then turn them inside out. Either one, whichever feels comfortable for you. And breathe. Good. Now let's interlock the fingers, making a round circle with your arms. And let's round the back slowly, pulling your arms forward. Breathe. Feeling that in your upper back? Good. Okay, now, time to stretch those forearms. Straightening out one arm, pull back on your fingers, breathing. Probably feel that stretch right up into your fingers in your hand. Flip your hand down and gently tug on the hand towards you. To feel the stretch now at the top of your forearm. Opposite arm, pull back on those fingers pointing upwards and keep breathing. Opposite way now, pulling back gently. Now, wrists downward with hands in a fist and turn your wrists outwards to the sides. Good. Now let's stretch our tricep muscle. Right hand on your right shoulder, lift the elbow and breathe deeply, sitting tall with your back. Opposite arm, same thing. Let's put the fingers together, breathing in. Reach up as high as you can, stretch up the sides, and breathe. Release. Now, let's place both hands outside your right leg, sitting nice and tall. Turn your upper body as you look behind your right shoulder. You may feel comfortable bringing your right arm to point backwards. Continue those inhale and exhales. And now to the left side, hands outside your left thigh, breathing in, sit nice and tall, lengthen your spine. And turning as you turn, keep breathing. Perhaps the left arm is comfortable to reach behind you. Very good. Now let's stretch the sides more. Let's take our right arm up above our head, and let's bring our left arm up and grab onto the wrist and gently pull it over to the left side. Breathe. Good. Now your left arm coming up. And your right hand reaches up for that wrist and gently pull your left arm towards the right side. Wonderful. Now, moving down to the back, let's take our legs apart, hands on the part just above your knee, on your thigh, pinky fingers pointing outwards. Let's take our right shoulder, bring it towards the left knee, and press into that right leg with your right hand. Now the opposite, left shoulder towards your right knee. Breathe. Press into that left leg. Good. And let's take our right knee, lift it up towards your chest, hugging it close, sit as tall as you can. Breathe in. And to the left knee. Good. And let's bring the legs apart one more time and let's bend forward as we breathe out. In through the nose and out through the mouth towards the ground. Keep the back straight, hinging at the hips. You can keep your head upright. If you want to drop the head down and relax the shoulders, neck, and head, feel free to. And coming up slowly. Now let's stretch the front part of our thigh. By turning our upper body to the right, we're going to bring our right leg out in front and slide your left foot back. So only the toes are on the ground with your left foot and back. As far back as you can, and keeping that heel up, your leg will be bent a little at the knee. I want you to grab onto your backrest with your right arm so you're holding onto that steadily. And your opposite hand can hold onto the right arm rest. Now sit nice and tall, and you should feel a stretch right here in the front of your thigh. If you don't, try moving your leg back a little further. Breathe. Feels nice, doesn't it? Now let's switch sides. Turning to the left, sliding your left foot forward, sliding your right leg back. Make sure you hold on to your your backrest with your left arm and your arm rest with your right arm. Slide those toes back, bending the knees slightly, sitting upright, breathing. Good. And let's stretch the inner thighs now by having nice wide legs, fingers interlocking. Let's breathe in. Breathing out, turn them outside and reach forward. Breathe. Use your feet to ground you, pushing into the floor. Good, relax. Moving on to the back part of your leg. Straighten out the leg, heel touching the ground, toe pointing up. Sitting nice and tall with your back. Place your hand on your bent knees, thigh. Breathe in and breathing out. We bend forward from the hips, keeping the upper body upright. The head upright and the upper body straight in the back. As you exhale, you may be able to bend further forward, depending on how you feel. let's switch the opposite leg now. Same stretch for the back of your leg, breathing in and breathing out as you fold forward at the hips. Keep that toe pointing up. And let's stretch more of our hip by bringing our right foot up to the left knee. If it's too much in your hip of a stretch there, slide that foot down and cross at the ankle. And lifting that foot up if it feels okay for you. Sit nice and tall. Place some gentle pressure on the side of your leg as you breathe into the stretch. On the exhale, you may feel comfortable bending forward. But keep that length in your spine. Don't round it. Just bend from the hips and fold forward. Very good. Now lifting the knee towards you. Feeling that stretch down in the groin, in the glutes. And let's do the same for our opposite hip now. Sitting nice and tall with that back. Breathe into the stretch. Let's try the exhale and folding forward from your hips as much as you're comfortable. Gently pressing down on the side of your leg with your elbow. Now lifting the knee towards you. Hug it close and breathe. Good. Now I'd like you to slide back in your chair a little bit and to stretch the shins. We're just going to point those toes as far away from you as you can, holding that stretch. Breathe. And opposite now, bringing the toes as far as you can towards you. Stretch the calves. Relax the legs. And sitting tall, let's take some nice deep breaths in, arms out to the sides. And breathing out, arms down. One more of those. And now I want us to practice our two styles of deep breathing one more time before we finish off the class. I'm going to turn up the relaxing music. And I really want you to just use some imagination, some imagery in your mind. Picture your favorite place. Maybe it's a beach. Maybe it's a forest. Maybe it's somewhere else. And I want you to go there in your mind as you close your eyes and practice the deep breathing techniques. Starting with our belly breaths, let's take those 5 deep breaths, pushing the stomach outward as we breathe in, and bringing it back inward as we breathe out, in and out through the nose. Let's take those 5 deep breaths, close your eyes, and go to your happy place. Very good. It's a great practice to do every day. Now let's try our pursed lip breathing, where we inhale for 4 seconds through the nose and we exhale for 8 seconds through the mouth. Feel free to close your eyes again. Picture a very relaxing and peaceful place in your mind and take those 5 deep breaths with me. Sitting nice and tall, give your lungs room to expand by keeping that nice posture at the front of your chair. Very good. Did that feel nice or what? I hope you enjoyed it. That's the end of our Stretch and Breathe class for today. Thanks so much for joining me. And remember, we're going to have lots of programs starting up next week on Zoom. So I invite you to check it out. You can always give us a call at our Wellness Club or email us for more details. And remember, there's no registration required. No password. You can easily log into the Zoom once you download the app. And if you're unsure how to do that, you can find one of the videos on our YouTube page to help assist you with that. And remember, we'll still be broadcasting our falls prevention classes, our conditioning classes, standing and sitting. As well, next week we're going to have some classes in Cantonese as well. So check those out. And some gold line dance. So I hope you enjoy all the new programming we'll be starting up next week on Zoom. And thanks for joining me today for Stretch and Breathe. Have a great day, everyone.